Hello, everyone out there. Welcome to Radio Free Decipher and this special semi-repeat of last week's episode.
It's really funny. We almost had so much information to impart to everyone last week that this is part 2. Because welcome back to the studio, Trevor McGregor.
Yes, he worked out so well in his first appearance that we decided to have him back right away. So
actually, more to the point, it's that there was preliminary information that we could give you last week, and there's more concrete information that we can give you this week. And since we're going to have 3 things coming out, 3 new sets coming out in the not-too-distant future, we have lots of spoilers still to impart. So we got 3 new spoilers today, and Trevor McGregor talking everything DGMA.
Yes. So, but this is not actually a repeat unless you're listening to it for the second time.
But we are going to call it Third Annual Spoiler Day Part 2.
Yes.
Awesome. That's great.
All right. So, where to begin?
Well, I mean,
Trevor.
if you want to start with me, you can begin with me.
Trevor, let's start. Let's start with, which game should we start with?
Lord of the Rings.
All right, we're going to start with Lord of the Rings.
For those of you that don't know, the championship schedule for all of our games is actually up now on DGMA.
Excellent.
And I'll just go through some of the highlights for that.
Shuffle.
Shuffle.
He's got papers like all over the desk.
Strewn across the Radio Free studio.
If you bother, there's 4 actually on DGMA. There's 4 different announcements. So if you wanted to go through all of them, there's quite a bit of reading.
So let's hit the highlights here. Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. For the championship level events, there's the Territorial Open Championships, which I touched on a little bit last week. Start in March this year.
Okay.
The applications will be up today.
Okay.
On DGMA for retailers and product champions to get that set up. It's March 1st through April 30th. And we're very excited. That's the easiest way to qualify for the World Championship. Mm-hmm. It's the local championship level. I mean, you're the champion of your territory for an entire year. I mean, that's it.
All right.
And then the Premier Series Invitationals have been touched on now for, I guess, 3 weeks now that I brought it up this week. The information on that, I mean, is the same as it was. There's around 12 to 15 of them this year. More venues will pop up as I lock them down. But the one everybody's asking about is the Premier Series events. Mm-hmm. The Premier Series events for 2004 for Lord of the Rings
are as follows.
Las Vegas.
Vegas, baby, Vegas.
March 13th through the 14th. Origins, June 25th through the 26th. Mm-hmm. San Diego, sunny SoCal, which Kyle's very excited about.
At the Comic-Con.
Yep. July 23rd through the 24th. Amsterdam, and I don't have the date locked down, but they're looking for it to be in June.
Okay.
And then France is, again, I don't have a date, but it's or a venue, and it's looking to be towards November or December like it was this year.
I was going to say France is not a very small place. Are they just going to bike around? And
no, well, you know, we're coming with a city, hopefully, and everything.
Cool.
And then I'll go through some of the other events, and then I can go, well, I guess I'll go ahead and do the prize breakdown now which has been most of the question for the Premier Series events. The prize breakdown for the Premier Series event is the total prize pool is $3,000 cash, $4,000 Decipher dollars.
Okay.
And that's to be divided amongst the top 16 players. First place is $2,000 cash. Second place is $1,000 Decipher dollars and $500 cash.
Okay.
Third and fourth is $275 Decipher dollars and $250 cash. 5th through 8th place is $300 Decipher dollars, and 9th through 16th place is $150 Decipher dollars.
Okay.
So Dan and I are very excited about the prize breakdown and how it's set up.
I think it would go to say that it goes beyond that. More people are excited about it.
Yeah, everybody here.
But yeah, cool.
Yeah,
that's excellent. I mean, there's actually more money being given.
Yeah,
this year.
more money. The Continental Championships, the only one we have locked down is North America, and that's going to be at Origins.
Okay.
The same basic dates as the Premier Series. The World Cup, again, is going to be in Essen, and the World Championship is going to be, again, at Indianapolis.
Okay. Cool.
I'm not going to go through the whole prize breakdown.
Sure.
Once again, you can see that all on DGMA.com.
All right. So that's Lord of the Rings.
We'll do Star Trek.
Okay.
The big events for Star Trek is the maiden voyages are a year long.
Okay.
The territorial season, I won't go through it all.
Again, it's March 1st through April 30th.
Yeah, and it's for all of our games at the same time.
Okay.
The Continental Championships, the only one we've locked down right now is Origins again. It'll be the same time as
same dates.
Yep, same dates. And then the World Championship will be at Indianapolis,
Okay.
along with the rest of our games.
Okay.
The biggest change is the Continental Champion last year got a plane trip.
Okay.
And it was basically the winner got something really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas now it's a $2,000 Decipher dollar prize pool for the Continental Championship.
Okay.
And it's first place gets 1,000 Decipher dollars, second gets 600 Decipher dollars, and third and fourth get 200 Decipher dollars.
Okay.
So it's
good.
I think pretty cool.
Matthew Freed will just have to try again.
Yeah. And then .hack, which is new to our championship level stuff. We actually have the first premiere series for .hack will be this year, and it'll be at San Diego Comic-Con on July 22nd through the 24th.
Okay.
And then the .hack championship will be at Gen Con Indianapolis. The prize breakdown for this is all on DGMA.com also. And then Beyblade is right now. Well, actually, it's not our last game.
Not anymore. Now that we've announced
the most recent one that released.
It's the most recent one that's released. The Beyblade, there's a North American championship will be in Houston, which the date hasn't been locked down yet. The European championship we don't have a venue for that at all. And that more details to that will come later. And then the World Championship will be at Indianapolis, Indiana.
Okay.
And all the prize breakdown for this is all on DGMA.
Excellent. All right.
So
that's a full schedule, man. You must have been busy this week plotting all that.
Yeah, it was definitely just this week. We
just sort of just worked on it.
You started on Monday, and here we are Friday, and you're done. Good job.
I want to touch back on something that we mentioned briefly, that MegaMan.
Yes.
We'll talk a little bit about MegaMan. Now, Evan, I'm going to put you a little bit on the spot here, but you're up in that TCG
Yeah,
studio.
you have no idea how much you're putting me on the spot,
because
you might think, but actually...
the way that our TCG studio works is that there are teams of people, and Evan's not on necessarily the
we're
MegaMan
kind of...
team.
Yeah, I'm just not working on the MegaMan team. I heard that it is kind of loosely on its feet at this point, and I'm excited about Chuck and Mike are the principals working on that, and you can see their fine work in .hack. So I'm actually very excited about the potential of MegaMan, but I haven't even seen the system myself. So right now I'm kind of
it's still in its sort of mid-development stages at this point.
It really is, but
it's not necessarily something that we can really talk about. And that
however,
kind of
you played the first game for the marketing department today.
Yeah, I did. I played a rough, version of it. Everything was handwritten on the cards. It's not even we're not even to the phase yet where it's been put into Quark documents and we can make proper playtest cards. I mean, it was literally handwritten cards and stuff. But I played a rough version of it today, and it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, what I will say is that I am enthusiastic about the potential for two reasons. One is to see what Chuck and Mike will do with it, because their work on .hack speaks for itself. Mm-hmm. And I'm also enthusiastic, as I'm sure a lot of other children of the 80s out there will be, because MegaMan was such a huge deal on the NES and Super NES, all those video games. There are a lot of longtime MegaMan fans out there, not just fans here in the current revival. So,
speaking of that, Evan, you are a big fan of the old 80s and
I am.
and stuff. Did they do anything about MegaMan on the I Love the 80s on VH1?
I don't know. Not that I remember. No. They didn't, like the big upright machines got covered, like the Pac-Mans
but none of the console-y old Atari 64s.
Well, they mentioned here's your 2600, here's your NES, here's your ColecoVision, but they didn't really get into like The Legend of Zelda or Mega Man or what. But there were more Mega Man games than you could shake a stick at, and
I've definitely spent a few hours of my life.
Yeah, and most of them good.
Yes, that's true. Mega Man trying to save the world or whatever.
Yeah. So anyway,
a few hours of my life.
I was poor growing up and didn't have any console gaming abilities, so I am kind of a relative virgin to the Mega Man property.
You've made up for it with lost time, though, right?
No,
you will.
Not Mega Man, but with the console gaming.
No, not really. I mean, basically, console gaming begins and ends with Mario Kart Double Dash for me.
Nice.
So, and its predecessor, the Mario Kart 64. But that's about it for me, as far as that kind of stuff. So, let's, instead of keep boring everyone, get to the spoilers.
The bottom line is we are happy to be bringing you Mega Man, but it's going to be, a good while yet before you really start to get any more detailed information about it, other than the fact that we are doing it. So there you have it.
It has a pretty slick-looking logo.
Cool.
The first one to release is .hack, so maybe you should do your .hack spoiler.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Distortion. Woohoo! Here we go. I got another spoiler for everyone out there. And,
okay.
This is a card that I played against in Mark Tuttle's Distortion deck that we played each other with during lunch the other day. My Distortion deck that's up there right now, it's called Playing with Knives, and Mark Tuttle's Distortion deck that he has up on the website, which is called Fighting the Darkness, and I whooped him. But this card was in his deck.
I watched that game, and I don't think there was a whooping. I think it was...
He won the first game, actually.
It was pretty close.
But the second two games, they weren't that close. I mean, I scored 6 points in one turn and 6 points in another turn, and it kind of went that way. But this was a card that he has. It's called Franken. It's probably up on his deck list up there. It is a monster, believe it or not, with that name, and it's 3 Destiny, 1 point, Darkness.
I was going to say, with a name like Franken, it had to be a monster or a political satirist. Anyway, now that I've derailed your spoiler.
Yeah. And he is, of course, a monster, and he's undead.
Okay.
He's strength of only 1.
Okay.
And it says storable. All right. May attack when your ghost or undead attacks.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty standard stuff. Then it says this undead draws an additional destiny for each other monster in its fight.
Nice.
That's huge, especially with that darkness field out there.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah, really good. To play requirement is discard or sacrifice a ghost or undead, and its reward text is sacrifice a monster to perform its reward. Yikes, that's really good, especially in the Darkness deck where all those rewards are like wound a PC.
Right. Just do it again.
Yeah, it's pretty dang good.
Very nice.
So Jeff Snyder has played a bunch of .hacks. This is his favorite monster out of the set, he said.
Franken?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, the picture of him, it's hard to kind of make out because I just have like a
low-res copy printout.
Yeah, printout of it. But he's got this one big mallet in one hand and a giant stake in the other, like he's going to go kill some vampires or something. So, kind of fun.
And you did not mention the Destiny?
It is a 3.
Or also the fact that it scores for 1 point, correct?
Yeah, I did mention
You did?
Yeah. Why don't you reel it back now and just go listen? God, don't
I will.
Be questioning me on all this.
Okay, well, I was right about the Destiny part. Jeez.
I might have even said that.
Jeez.
We'll see.
All right.
We'll see. Time will tell.
You didn't give the collector info, though.
Who cares about all that because it's up on the website.
Nice.
No, okay, for those of you that are into that sort of thing, if that's the sort of thing you're into, it's 2R89.
Okay.
So
there we have it.
So, okay, and, I'm, for those of you that don't know us all here and we're, kind of laughing, that was all just jokes.
Yes.
I love these guys.
Yeah, most of the time. Who's next?
Trek is next.
Okay.
Because Trek comes out next.
That would be me from Necessary Evil. I've decided, after conferring with Brad and other folks upstairs, that we're going to do the last card of the set.
Spoil the very last card.
We are going.
People know exactly how many cards are in the set.
Well, people knew there were 180, but...
I didn't know that.
Yeah, oh, well, there are 180, and this card is 4R180, meaning it is rare. It is a Klingon ship, which tells you there are no non-aligned ships or Romulan ships in the set. But it is a Klingon ship. The IKS Ningtao, which some people will be expecting from the mention on Core on his Call to Arms card. Here it is. It is a Cavort-class ship that costs 6 to play, and it has 3 staff icons as its staffing requirement. Range 7, weapons 8, shield 7. Not too many surprises there. The text is, cloaking device. When you win an engagement involving this ship, you may lose 5 points to download a damage card and place it on an opponent's ship at this mission.
Good.
So,
pretty good.
Double damage if you want to lose points. Or, if there are 2 ships at the mission, you can damage each of them.
Wow.
And the lore. People pointed out that I missed the lore last week.
Way to go.
Well, the Trek people care a lot. So, here we go. It says, if they succeed, you can drink to their courage, and if they fail, you can still drink to their courage. So there you go. That is the big bad Klingon attacking ship.
I want to see the picture.
DGMA.
Here, pass that over here. I want to
sure.
look at the picture.
No problem.
So I guess that makes me next.
That makes you next.
The card I have for Siege of Gondor is actually it's the sales incentive card, which
Well, it'll also be in the set.
It'll also be in the set.
Yeah.
Well, the one I'm looking at is the alternate image, so it's actually a pretty menacing looking image. It's a
multi-leggedness.
Multi-leggedness,
which can only mean
Shelob, last child of Ungoliant. I guess I pronounced that right. Ungoliant. She costs 6.
Tolkien scholars are railing at us right now.
I'm sorry. I'm definitely not a Tolkien scholar. I'm sorry. She's Golem culture. She costs 6. She's a minion spider. Her strength is 8. Her vitality is 8.
Oh. Say that part again. Vitality?
8.
8.
And then her home site is 8.
Now that's all sort of fitting, since if she's roaming until site 8, how much is she going to cost?
I think she's going to cost 8.
8.
So it's 8, strength 8, vitality 8, site 8. Interesting.
Isn't
how many
clever?
legs does an arachnid have? 8.
8?
Got it. Okay.
That seems to fit. Her text is she's enduring, fierce, while in a skirmish. While in a fierce skirmish, Shelob is damage +1. And then her text is, never yet had any fly escaped Shelob's webs, and the greater now was her rage and hunger.
Okay.
Okay, now there's probably a lot of
question
everybody
marks
went over a lot
enduring?
of
Yeah, I wanted to get through the card.
Sure, no problem.
Enduring is a new loaded keyword in Siege of Gondor, and the basic rundown of enduring is for each wound on this character, the character is strength +2.
Now, let's go revisit that. Vitality 8.
So if there are 7 wounds on Shelob, what is her strength? 22.
Yes.
That's pretty
Not that
strong.
it's too easy to get 7 wounds on her, but if it happened, 22 strength.
I don't know, some of the popular free people strategies right now would give.
Yeah,
she'd give
I could see horses not having fun with enduring.
or mass fellowship archery.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you got a lot of archery and you just decide to put it all on Shelob, the pin cushion.
Yeah, you can see free people's players out there now. No, I think I'll keep my Gondor Bowman this turn.
Yeah. Yeah, holy Moses.
Yeah, she's pretty exciting. And she's a sales incentive card, and the details for that will go up on Decipher.com soon.
And during a fierce skirmish, she's damage +1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she hits you, and then she hits you again, and if you beat her the first time,
then she's just stronger on the second go.
Stronger on the second one?
Yeah, and if you're damage +1 or damage +2, then she's
Yeah, mean
that much
and cool.
And the picture is scary. I'm not a big fan of spiders. I don't like touching them.
No, me either.
I don't know about that.
Very nice.
Pretty cool.
All right. So
one more thing. One more thing about .hack really quick. I was at the fish store this last week, and I saw this thing in the fish store that scared the hell out of me. It was called a mantis shrimp. I had never seen such a thing, and it was really freaky. So I went online to show Trevor a picture of it. And the genus name of the mantis shrimp is Squilla, and it's the card from .hack from the starter deck. It's the Squilla Demon.
Yeah, it looks just.
It was freaky. I was like, I stumbled onto this thing that's it's a real thing.
Cool.
It was very bizarre. And then the rare version of the Squilla Demon is called the Mantis.
Yep.
I would want it in my fish tank.
I had never put those things together before. It is like the guys at the fish store too said that the nickname of that thing is called the finger breaker, because if it gets a hold of you, it can break your fingers. It's that strong.
Yeah, I don't want that in my fish tank.
Pretty terrifying. Yeah, and it also pretty much eats anything in your fish tank. Like you can't put almost anything else in with it, because if it catches it, it'll eat it. Like there were some of the reports that I was reading on the website said that they saw it catch like a 10-inch octopus and eat it. And this thing is 5 inches long. It's not a big thing, but it's that brutal.
What a disgusting note to end this broadcast on, Kyle.
And with that, have a great weekend, everyone.
Take care.
Thanks.